What is up? What is up? What is up, my people? It is your boy Reese. Thank you for coming in for another one. This episode today started 30 minutes later, but it still will be 1 full hour. We got a great one right now. We will be discussing merchant driver relations. That is right, merchant driver relations. That is something that needs to be improved, and there's quite a few things that we can talk about in there, and we will be talking about merchant driver relations. Okay, we'll be talking about different aspects on what we can do and what they can do to actually bridge this gap, and let's see if we can actually save this relationship. But before we do get started, okay, I want to make sure everyone knows about the Get Upside Challenge and what that is. The Get Upside Challenge, I challenge everyone to this before we get started. The Get Upside Challenge, I will be for the remainder of this whole year only going to Get Upside gas stations since gas is at an all-time high and we are throwing this money out the window. I want to make sure I get whatever it is back. Okay, I want to make sure I get some back. So I will be banking this up for the remainder of this whole year and then show you guys how much I saved and getting it back. And I challenge anyone else to do that. The reason for that is when we actually are able to show how much we actually got back, people are going to say, I should have did that instead of just complaining. It'll be a way of show people that you could have did something. I know when I watch these insurance commercials, and the commercial where the guy is the coach and his wife does this thing, and he says they save like $500 and he's going to use that to buy extra equipment for his team. Okay, people, now let's just say you save up all this Get Upside money yourself and then you have that left over. Let's just share how much it is to take something positive out of this negative situation. Okay, that is what we are talking about now. Okay, so the first thing up, what I want to talk about with this merchant and driver relations. Okay, so I know that when I do go to, one of the main things that I have a problem with is inside or outside, drive through or walk in. Okay, so I do know that some places out here they do have designated parking for the drivers, but here's the problem with that. The regular customers just go and park because they see it's closer. So that right there makes things a little bit weird. Okay, now going inside and out, drive through in this, when they open and shut down the restaurant is a huge problem. I feel that the restaurant should not be shut down at 7 p.m. Let me know how you guys do feel about that. I feel that the restaurant should not be shut down at 7 p.m. primarily because that's still a great time for us to be doing orders. So if they shut the restaurant down or the place down at 7 p.m., that's gonna make us just not want to take a lot of orders. Okay, and then dealing with that, okay, with the inside and the outside. I feel myself personally that the insides, if they're going to close it down, let's say at 7 p.m., the insides should be left open for only the delivery drivers. We are not clogging up the drive-through lane for people that are ordering. What we are simply doing is, hey, the inside is only open for the delivery drivers. I do know out here, we have the doorbells that you would ring, and then they know it's a delivery driver. But some places are just doing away with those. I guess because there's a lot of traffic coming in from people ordering, and then them getting them in with people actually going in through the drive-through. But I don't know how they're going to fix that. The only way they fix that is if more merchants start opening themselves up to start doing these things, or just start raising your pay and just hire more people because more people are leaving and coming over to start doing this job. So it's making that a little bit different. But I do think that the drivers need a special designated area to go and wait and sit. And I do think that companies, what they should do, they should have a person that just their whole job is the online. You have to start hiring people specifically just for online. And if online is slow, then they can help out with the other side. But I do believe that you do need people specifically just for online, so we can just go into the restaurant, when it's closed, because that would help out a whole lot more, and a whole lot more drivers would actually make a whole lot more money. Okay, and the parking thing, I went over that just a little bit. I know McDonald's, they have like McDelivery parking, things like that. Some places try to do it. Some small mom and pop places try it, but because they get no respect, because they are not a juggernaut and a giant, people just disrespect them and their rules. And what that does is, when more and more people, if the spot is designated for a driver, and the regular customers just head inside there and they just park in all of our spots, it makes us have to park further and further back to even try to get up there to get an order. So it's gonna actually, if you take the little bit of time that happens on all the orders, it's gonna make up to like 35-40 minutes of actual time that you wasted there. So I do think that the restaurant should be more proactive in with their customers, and letting the customers know that the parking up front, that is designated for us drivers for a specific reason. We are in and out. We need access to go in and out. So I do think that with this the merchant and driver relations, that would help out a whole lot if they actually paid attention to their policies as far as the parking for us. Okay. Now, what what we can actually do to help in some of these problems is actually not procrastinate on our side when we get the order, and just get their way on time. Okay, so if we get their way on time, um, things can things can work in our favor. And what I what I mean by this, it goes into the driver and the employee relationship and behavior. Now, we don't know when those employees, when they're backed up and it's a rush and they have an attitude or things like that, just like vice versa. They don't know when you are having that attitude or things are not going right on your end. And anything that either one of you can say can trigger that and blow it up. Either just a comment or you just heard something wrong, that can blow that up. And what happens when that situation like that happens between the merchant, the employee, and us drivers? Sometimes some employees want to hold a grudge, and they'll purposely like not get your food out to you on time because of whatever just happened. That's why going into a place and being friendly with them would actually work. But the driver and the employee relation has to, oh my goodness, that has to improve greatly. I know I've seen in situations. I was in McDonald's about 3 months ago, and there was a driver, and she ordered food herself. She got her food that she ordered herself first, and she was upset that that happened because she was ready to go. She got her food. She was ready to go with what the order she was picking up. The order wasn't ready. She started mouthing off and cursing at the staff, this, and that. And somebody in the staff was like, like they weren't afraid of her because she was getting aggressive. So they said something back, and they were going back and forth. And the girl that went in to pick up the order that she picked it up and threatened to like act like she was gonna hit the employee with the order that she picked up. And like all that could have been just it could have never happened if, first of all, the driver that went in there, I don't know what attitude they had. If they would have had that better, it would have worked. And the trigger and the employee, I don't know what was going on there, but the manager that was there didn't handle that situation either. But there has to be some type of respect, boundary between the two, because ultimately we're working for the exact same customer. Whether you want to believe it or not, or think it or not, you can say, I don't work for DoorDash, I don't work for Uber Eats, I work for myself. I get a right to pick and choose or do whatever. But the only thing is, once you hit accept, your personal company, you are representing your personal company, and your personal company has to go into this place and represent the place that you are picking up via third party to go ahead and get it to the customer. So no matter what you feel or what you say, you are your company going in doing these things. Let me see. Says, see, Monse, what's up, Monse? I'm glad, man. Everyone right now, this is Monse. You see how I say his name like that? This is one of the managers over there at the Taco Bell where I picked up from. He said, see, the thing is, the drivers come as soon as the restaurant gets the order. It doesn't give us time to even start it. I do, I do hear what you're saying. Now, now here's the main thing with that. We want to get there early. We don't want to wait. And I'm glad there's an actual manager right now actually in this. Okay, we don't want to wait to go and drive. We want to get there and see. Most drivers who understand what's going on, once the order is in, it has to go through a process. Okay, once it's picked up on your screen, I don't care. I'm in California. I'm gonna wait for that wait because I'm getting paid. I got there early, so now I'm just waiting on the food. Now when the driver gets mad and starts mouthing off, that is all on them. What I would go ahead and do if I was a merchant, I know it's busy and you can't do it sometimes. Sometimes the place has a tablet where you can. Sometimes the place, how it's set up, it goes directly through to the screen on the ordering. If you ever have a tablet and you are in a position to where you can give that driver a thumbs down or whatever platform they're working on, go ahead and do that just to go ahead and let them know. You know what I mean? It's not gonna hurt. People get contract violations all the time. That's not gonna hurt if you are a restaurant owner or manager. Okay. Some people are mad because I just said that, but I'm just keeping it way real. You wouldn't have to go through that if you just went in there the right way and handle yourself as a business person because it is your own business. Okay. It is your own business. Okay. Now we will go over. Okay, this is my favorite right here. Okay, this is my favorite right here. Order verification. Okay, so this happens to me at several places. When I go to a place to go pick it up, now we have on every platform has what the actual restaurant how it wants you to check in, and it tells you exactly what the actual merchant says. What the merchant says do. If you follow exactly what the merchant does and you walk into a place, be prepared to get hit with a rude awakening, a shell shock. They do not go by any of that. And if you yourself go through what they wrote, they will give you a hard time. They want to make sure they check your phone. Even when I go like this, I'll go to a place, and what will happen is I'll say the person's name, or I'll do the order number, and I will actually say exactly what the order is. And they will still say, I can't go by that. And then that's when sometimes I will let them know. I don't do this anymore. I just wait till I talk to the owner or the manager whenever I catch them by themselves. I used to show them my phone and say, look, it says note from business. And when they see note from business, they say, oh, well, that doesn't work for here. They changed it. So if they are changing rules and things like that, Uber or whatever platform you're working for, they have to get that in line, because we can't be going by what the merchant actually says, and then we actually get there and then they're telling us this, and there's a miscommunication. There's no transparency in that. Okay, we need transparency. What that does is it gets people frustrated, and then that's when the merchant and the driver relation starts going bad. And that's when people don't want to go to that place. You start turning down orders at certain restaurants. You don't know if the staff is going to tamper with your food because they see it's you. You don't know any of that stuff whatsoever. So these merchant driver relationships are a key. And if you are just joining in, or if you're watching this after the live, okay, Monse is he's actually a manager over at the Taco Bell. So what he said, I have to go ahead and answer that. Okay, and it was a really good thing that he brought up, because he doesn't understand on his side. And for those of you who just went in, I will go back and recap this. He said, see, the thing is, the drivers come as soon as the restaurant gets the order. It doesn't give us time to even start it. Now, I had to explain to him exactly what that is. For those of you who missed, I had to let him know that we want to get there early. We want to get there early and have it on and be there on time. We're kind of counting on the place to have it on time, but we do know that it's food. Well, at least I know that it's food, and you have to prepare food. So I'll go ahead and do the wait, but that was perfect that an actual manager from a merchant hopped in and said that, so you guys can actually get the answer from me. I got a chance to educate him a little bit, and it goes right from there. See, that is the beauty of this hot facts of what I'm trying to do. Now, I'm trying to go ahead and help and bring this community thing. Now, I know there's people out there that say they're trying to do this and this and that. The only way to have pickups go better for merchants and drivers is if I can actually build a relationship with the merchants, with managers, individual ones, and if I can get them to watch these things, they can actually hear, they can type in things like Monse just did, and who knows, it might be a manager or something in an area where you are, because this is the internet and it might help benefit you. So that is what I am doing here, people, and I'm glad that Monse did get a chance of going there. He was the first actual manager that got in here, and he has to deal with these things from us, and we got to deal with the things from them. So Monse, hopefully you come on back. I would love to hear everything you have to say. Go ahead and type those things on in, because everybody out here who was watching this would love to know what can we do to help, and also you can know what you guys can do to help also. It's a two-way street. It is a two-way street, people. It is a two-way street. Any questions people have out there, go ahead and throw those things out. I know today's show started 30 minutes later, but it is still a 1 hour get down with your boy Reese. I did go out shooting earlier. I did some orders in. Had to run some errands, got some orders in while I ran some errands. I got to upload that video. It will be up for you guys after this whole thing is done. Got to sit down, do a little bit more choppy, chop, mix, and get it down. Okay. That is what's going to happen. And I also want to announce that, actually, let me go ahead and check this. The winners, okay, the winners of, okay, I'm going to let you guys know this now. Okay. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go to Amazon right now, and I'm going to let you guys know the winners. I'm going to show you guys that their delivery boxes and bags they have been shipped. They are on the way. You guys will get a chance to see all of that. Excuse me. Let me raise my chair a little bit. It went down a little bit. Woo, there we go. Let me raise the chair a little bit. Let me get my mic back reset. Let me turn this back right there. Now I am back set right. Let me let you guys know these winners here. Let me track my orders here. Okay. We have one that says arriving Friday. One says delivered today. It says delivered today. Delivered today. I will click on this one. And I do believe this one went to my man, Robert B. Drone. This one went to Robert B. Drone. Robert B. Drone's package has been delivered, people. This is proof. This is no game. When you do your stuff, you get your orders. And we have another one that should be there. Packages out for delivery. I'm actually going to track this. I'm going to track this person's package right now. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. And this one is going to, I do believe it was Ayana. I do believe she is in Tacoma, Washington. That will be there. You are on my time, Pacific Standard Time. It says it will be there in between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. It is on the guy's truck. You shall receive yours in just a couple hours. Congratulations on winning those. The gas cards did go out. Robert B. Drone did win one of those. And I do believe Thomas won one of those also. I did send them in. They did collect their money. Okay, they did collect their money, and their prizes are right there, people. We will have another giveaway coming up soon and shortly. I will let you guys know exactly what it is when we're getting there. I want to thank everyone. We are moving closer. We're climbing, inching, doing that Versa climber all the way up, like with American Gladiators. We're doing that climber all the way up. The goal is to get 1,000. We are on pace to do it. I'm doing my part. I got in 3 of those subs today with me talking to people. Okay, that's 3 subs right there. Okay, so my goal is to get 5 a day and then have whatever comes from the internet comes in and gladly receive the love going from there. At this time, I would like to pub 369 Ramen Sushi and Poke, okay, over at the Frederick Town Center. Okay, go ahead and check this out right now. This is going to be one of those quick intermission breaks, quick commercial break. Hang tight. I'll be right back. Thank you for watching. I'll be right back. We got more to talk about. All right. All right. Commercial break is over. Commercial break is over. Intermission is over. I am back. I am back. For those of you who have just joined in, this is about merchant driver relationships. When we went over that, we had Monse in. He is a manager over at the Taco Bell that I pick up from. He actually popped on in. People, this is what it is all about. As you see, a manager from one of the places where I do go pick up from, he did come in here to give his feedback and things like that. That is something great. This is something that a lot of you people spread the word out there. This is something that I am doing. So any questions you guys may have, you guys will be able to see it in that chat log when they come on in, and you guys will be able to ask different managers something. Also, if they actually work for the same franchise where you guys are picking up from. Okay, where you guys are picking up from. I want to actually go over right now and talk about what's the number one time you like to drive. I know everyone is different, and I do know that it's cliche. Everyone's gonna say, "Well, I like to drive from this and end to two and things like that." I get that because it says that lunchtime, lunch and dinner time. But really, if you are a driver, and I mean someone that's just not trying to just lunch and dinner and then I mean a driver where you test everything out. If you found out a time that really worked for you, let me know. Let me know what time that is. I do know that for me, I like the early morning. I like the 5 a.m. action. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I like that action when it's really, really good because what happens is that means I can get my work done at that time and I can take a break from all the way until like 9:30, 10, all the way until night. So it's like I have my whole day to do whatever I want. And if I can make some real good money in that time and then capitalize at night, that is a winner, 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 chicken dinner. Okay, winner, chicken dinner. I like to drive at that time. Okay, now back to this relationship between the merchants and the drivers. Okay, this can get a little wishy-washy because I do know we have a Popeyes chicken here that's hood. Um, the location where it is located, the location is nice. The Popeyes chicken itself is bad. The location where the Popeyes is a nice area. When you go into this Popeyes, here's where it gets bad. The employees there do not like anyone. I don't care if it's a driver, if you are a regular person, they do not like anyone. They don't like you so much that when you try to go on the inside and they just don't feel like dealing with customers, they'll try to just shut the door on you. Like this Popeye is ridiculous. Now, places like that where the employees are just rogue, there is no relationship that we can have between the driver and the merchant. We just have to not go and pick up from that place. I know at that Popeyes, I avoid them every single time. They actually get I've seen them actually almost go to blows with customers over like they forgot to put the honey and things like that. I'm like, man, I just try to when I know that there's a restaurant and here's people where you have to be selective when you're looking at your orders. I know for a fact what places I am not going to. That Popeyes over there on Iris, I am not going to. And I tried to give this one a chance. We have another one on the street called Day Street with these wild human animals. I do not go to that Popeyes either. If I see that one, I do not go. I also do not go to a place we have called Dickie's Barbecue because when you go into Dickie's Barbecue, the staff was not trained how to have any type of politeness at all. The relationship when you go in there as a driver and them being the place there, you might as well just if you accept the order there, just go right in there and just go show them your phone and just go like that. Just here. It's almost worth not saying any words. They don't treat the drivers well there at all, and they actually have on Yelp, and this is crazy. On Yelp, there's drivers that have complained on Yelp about this particular Dickie's barbecue. Drivers have complained about how they treat the drivers, and that's why this driver and merchant relationship thing has to be like there has to be like some type of common ground where the individuals have to have some type of respect. We're working for the exact same customer. And if you actually think about it, even though we're independent contractors, when the company signs up to have that business on whatever platform it is, that business is not getting 100%. They're only getting a percentage. The rest is going in to help pay us. So essentially, if you think about it, like we're getting paid we're getting paid from these same places. They're putting money in our pockets too. So that's why us as drivers, whoever has never had a customer service job, and I don't mean I mean like a real one. Like if you work at Chick-fil-A, you already know customer service is the only thing you are doing. If you work at Disneyland, you know customer service is the only thing you are doing when you're at these places. People have to understand that even though you are your own boss, this is what it is. But what you are really showing is you're showing exactly how you are as an individual and how you would be if you were really controlling a company. You would be a lousy business owner, lousy boss. There's nothing in you that has passion and respect. You just want to boom, 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 boom. Those are the people that you see them on the internet when they go and curse out their managers before they quit. That's the type of person you might be. So that's why you always got to come in at the angle as long as I hit accept, I am in public view. I am now a public entity. As long as I hit accept, I am a public entity. And as long as drivers can actually feel that way or think that way, I think that would actually help out with the driver and the merchant relationship a whole lot more than just going in there. Look, these attitudes don't work. You don't know what people are doing. What if you went in and it's only you in there and you're mad and it's taking long and you're the only one in there and you're mad? It's only me. How come it's not done? It's only me. Well, you know what I mean? Like you gotta just sit there and wait and don't do nothing dumb. Okay. Now this one right here is a really big one. I hate it when this happens. When you get to the place and then that's when they start making the food. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. And it's one of my biggest pet peeves simply because the merchants don't know that there's a bunch of drivers who want to actually like get there on time. They have equipment, they want to put it in and they want to go. Most places don't know that. Most places think that the people are not coming to get the food and they don't want it to get cold. So instead of making it and having it run the risk to get real cold and then they get all these bad ratings, they make it right when you get there. It's unfortunate that this has to happen because what that does is it slows us down way down. And I hate the Carl's Jr. right around the corner. When I go the order, it's like, okay, I'm getting there. When I get there, they literally call to the back on that thing. Whatever it is, fame fish star, they call it out right when you get there, and then your wait time starts. Like I hate that so much because the other Carl's Jr. up by the high school, as soon as the order goes in, they start making it. And their own, it's two separate owners. So it's two separate owners, and separately on top of that, you have two separate managers. The manager in the daytime at this Carl's Jr. does the orders when you get there. The manager that works at night, late at night, she makes them right when they come in. And there's no communication through them at the company. And then that affects us as drivers also. And then when that happens, that's when the driver could pop an attitude because he's tired of going to this same place. And every single time he gets there, you guys are barely making an order. And people, anytime people order chicken strips and chicken nuggets, that stuff takes a long time to make. Chicken nuggets and stuff takes a long time to make. So if they start making that stuff right when you get there, it's going to slow you down dramatically. And then that's going to go into whatever you're going to feel. And just don't let that affect the rest of your deliveries, because you have to keep going back to these places. Even if you multi-app, you're going back to these same places on different apps. Okay, so all you literally have to do is keep your relationship good with that merchant, and then everything is good. That's why I don't care about what none of the other drivers do. As you guys see in these videos that I do, I'm teaching people actually how to have the relationship with the merchant. If someone here who is watching this, it's going to be going around the internet. If you are a vendor, if you are a sales rep, you're trying to get your product into a store, take notice on how I deal with the merchants, my personality and how I bridge a gap so that it's all good. You start doing that, you'll start closing more and more deals, and they'll start giving you a larger territory, and then you might be the man in charge of the area, and you'll have a whole team under you. I've done that many times. Okay, done that many times. Business relations with the merchant and the driver is what we're talking about, people. And once again, I want to go back and say people that did win their delivery box from the delivery box giveaway. We had Robert B. Drone, we had Renee Tony, we had Ayana, and we had Thomas won the gas card, and Robert B. Drone also won the gas card. So Robert B. Drone won, doubled up. Robert B. Drone's delivery has already been dropped off. Ayana's is it's on its way between 4 and 7 p.m. tonight. We're on the same time zone, and one more is left. Thomas has already got his money. So people, when these giveaways go down, please go ahead and just watch. All you do is watch, and when I say whatever it is, first person that does whatever it is, you guys win, and it goes right in there. And for anyone that wants to help participate with all this stuff, the GoFundMe is set up there. If you go on GoFundMe, it's set up. Hot Facts with Robert Reese, that goes in so more and more people can keep getting prizes. So we're always giving back. We're always giving back. It is a two-way street when you're dealing with me, your boy Reese. Okay. Now back to this relationship business with us and the merchants. Okay. Now there has to be, and I went briefly on this. There has to be some type of communication with the merchants themselves. They don't. It seems like each shift they don't talk. It's like one person comes into work, and when that shift comes in, this shift comes in and runs it. However, they're going to run the shift. So us being drivers, no matter when we are going to drop off stuff, we're never going to get used to a certain way is going to run for the pickup and drop off. And that's where we just have to go ahead and make sure we are doing what we're doing on our end is exactly on point. Boom, boom, boom. Make it look like we're putting pressure on them because we're waiting on them. They're the ones lagging. You don't even have to communicate and say things like that. Just go inside, check in, do like me. I walk in, and I don't care if there's other drivers there just standing around and they're just waiting. I don't care. I walk right on in. I assert myself. Hey, I'm picking up the order from, even if their backs are turned, I say it loud enough so that they have to hear me and turn around. I make sure that they know that I'm here to pick up and I am trying to leave. You do it like that. Then if they say, okay, it's a little wait, then you go ahead, okay, take a step back and just go back and wait. As long as they know that you are there and you are waiting on that thing, just put a little bit of pressure on them. You don't even got to say nothing to them. You don't got to roll your eyes at them. You don't got to do anything else like that because you got like the ones that work there who just want to be mean on purpose, and they will hold your stuff up. Okay, they will hold your stuff up. So in a way, I'm pretty much saying not be the bigger person, but just make sure the representation of your business that you are doing is put on marquee. Don't let no one put a blemish on anything that you are doing, because what happens is they'll talk about you. If they talk about you, someone will talk to someone else about you, and then it'll go like that, and then you don't want that. Just make sure you are rock solid up front so no one can put a blemish on anything on how you are operating your own individual 1099 contracting business. Remember, this is your business. You make your money for you. So if you want to make more money, I suggest you just always have customer service. The customer is always right, even though they're wrong. If they're wrong, we can talk about it here and air it out. Because I know customers are wrong. They are wrong. I get thumbs down when they're wrong. You can come in here and talk about it. Any question you want to ask? Has there ever been any problem where the restaurant was, got a little dicey with you, choppy with you? Has there ever been a time like that, or does it keep happening and things like that? If these things happen to you, put them in the comment box, and we'll go ahead and we'll address these things on one of these live things, or I'll address these things in video. Also, remember, I do shoot the videos. I gotta actually finish uploading the video from today for you guys. It was a really quick video. Did a few orders. Had to run some errands. Errands got in the way. Ran some errands. Took care of business real quick. Showed you guys how to do that again. Got back in time here to do this, to share this information, because I do know that while you are doing deliveries, sometimes it's hard to just stop. And I do know that as long as I'm giving information here, you guys can get it. Also, on the past 2 days of these on these episodes, if you go back and click in the description of each episode, I have it marked there for what's being discussed in timeline chronological order. All you have to do is click on the time, and it takes you directly there. Okay, so you just look on it and see what it says. That's the section that we're talking about that, and you can go right into it. When this one's over, I will be doing that for this one. I may not need to for this one because this one is pretty much self-explanatory. Merchant and driver relationships. Can this relationship be saved? If you know of any way how these relationships can be saved, go ahead, throw those in the comment boxes. Okay, these things will help out every single driver out there, everyone coming in that's brand new. This will help everyone out. If you know different ways or what you do to kind of finesse the staff, let those out there. Let me know. For those of you who just joined in again, we did have Monse in here. He is a manager over at one of the Taco Bells that I pick up from. He also did one of the You're Watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. He's the one holding the Starbucks bag. He is the manager at that Taco Bell, and he hopped in there, and that is his comment there. Okay, for those of you who did not see it, I'll go back and do this again. Okay, we were going over the things with the drivers, and he said, see, the thing is, the drivers come as soon as the restaurant gets the order. It doesn't give us time to even start it. Okay, now, people, you see, for those of you who jumped in, the restaurants do not know what's going on. They don't understand why it's like this. And I'll tell you the main reason why this is. When they signed up to get the to get the different platforms to go pick up from their places, they just said, we're getting them to come in. Here's how the order comes in, and this is how we give it to them. They don't know anything about the process or anything. There's been some merchants that I went to, and I've asked them, could they give me a thumbs up? And when they look at the app and they are actually the owner of the business, they don't know how to navigate the tablet and even give me, the driver, a thumbs up. They say, I don't know how to do it. So that lets you know that they're thinking about it. Hey, I'm just trying to go ahead, set this thing on up, get these orders in and put them out so we can get paid. And as the driver is just thinking, I'm just going in there, I'm trying to get there, and it better be done. But the miscommunication there is, the drivers have to understand that we're dealing with food 90% of the time. And anytime you're dealing with food, it is never going to be, I'm not going to say never, because there are restaurants that I don't know how they do it. It is ready right when you walk in there. I don't know what it is. They keep their secrets and they don't pass them out. Okay, but when you are dealing with food, people, we have to understand that you have to be able to cook and prepare food. We have health and safety guidelines. Whoever knows about safe serve safe, all that stuff, food handlers, if you know about those things, and you are a delivery driver, there is no way in the world that you should be hounding these people that you are picking up the orders from. You know the exact same process. If you were a busboy, if you worked in the kitchen at any point and now you are driving, there is no way you should be a jerk to any of the employees who are doing the job where you used to be in. You know how it gets when it's backed up, or you guys don't have this and have that. Now, here's one thing that the merchants, the restaurants could do to help out. When they don't have anything, just don't put anything in there and then tell us right when we get it, oh, they didn't have this, so we just gave you this. Is that okay? No, it's not okay. I got to be able to call the customer. Let me know. I know Starbucks, they do a really good job at this. They won't even touch anything unless you give them a call. Okay? They won't touch anything. So, let us know that they don't have this so we can actually get in contact with the customer. I'm not the customer. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they want to eat. I'm not their taste buds. I don't know what they're allergic to. If they said, oh, the only one we have is the one with nuts, we gave them the one with nuts. And what if they didn't know the nuts were there and they took a scoop and ate that and they turned into pumpkin face and you're the person that just let it happen? No, we got to be able to have a relationship. And those people are like, no, it's fast food. We got to move fast. You still have the opportunity to get the job done if you work efficiently. Now, I know they have that red light and that green light when you go to the drive-thru and it has the time going. Hey, they just have to work more efficiently. And right now, there's a whole influx of online orders. So here's the biggest thing. They should have never laid off everyone to begin with, because now it's hard to get people back because people are making more money driving, not getting greasy and coming back with pimples and bumps all over their face. Okay, and they're getting tipped and they're not getting treated like the lowly 1972 pizza boy. Okay, they're not getting treated like that. They're not getting treated like that at all. So they stop working for these places. They come over and drive, and then they don't go back. So I do know it's hard for these places to get people to step back in those doors. But if they did offer a little more, as far as pay, since the demand is high, if the demand gets higher, you can't say we can just handle this, and if we don't have it, they're just gonna have to wait, because what it is the business is capping themselves off so that they can't make anymore, and they're just gonna stay the same. Even if just hiring that person, yeah, you got to pay that person, but look at how much more money is coming in because of that one person that's working there. Okay, that's what they got to understand. And once they do that, they get that cracking and rolling. It's going to be better for us. They can retrain their employees better. If there is a manager out there, Monse, if you go back and watch the end of this, I don't know if you're watching now, if you signed off, but if you do come back and watch this, I would love to go into your Taco Bell one day and just teach your staff just basic customer service. I would love to do that as like a training. Just let me know. Let me know. I'm open for that. Okay, we got about 15 minutes left here. We just went about another 20 minutes here. Okay, I'm going to take commercial break number 2. Okay, but not before I go ahead and let everyone know. Go ahead. We got that Get Upside challenge. Okay, I'm challenging anyone and everyone out there to do like me. I am saving all of my money, and I'm only going to Get Upside gas stations, okay, for the remainder of this year, and I'm going to save that money and see how much money I have stacked up and show you guys how much money it is. Now, while people are complaining about gas, you're pumping and you're not getting any cash back, this will be a way for people to see I actually went ahead. I set this challenge way back right now when gas prices went to this all-time high. I set it right now. So it's almost a whole year of it going on. So when people be like, I should have started it, I should have did it. Look, I've been doing it all the way from way back, and I'm doing it now. I got $31 saved up right now on Get Upside for gas, okay? And I'm only using Get Upside gas stations. I challenge anyone to step on the wild side with your boy Reese and do that, okay? Also, place that makes me a lot of money, Ramen 369 Sushi. If you're in the area, Moreno Valley, off of Frederick in the Town Gate Center, 12625 suites, spaces 1 through 8. You'll catch it there. Go ahead and get something to eat. They have the best poke bowls, the best prices in town. Go ahead and get you something to eat there. Any drivers that may be watching while we're on this commercial break, I do use Car Advise. I save on my car dramatically because I am a Uber driver. Okay, Uber drivers. Okay, take notice to this. Uber drivers, car advice. I save like 30% every single time. I do know when I go to Pet Boys that my actual, and I'm not reading this stuff, people, my actual oil changes are $48 for full synthetic oil change. Now, I sometimes go there, but I like to go to the Jiffy Lube because they check everything, they replace everything, and they do that. The Pet Boys, they just do the oil change itself, and that's it. But at the Jiffy Lube, they go in there and they check all of everything, redo everything. So make sure you guys are going out doing that, maintaining your vehicle so that you can do this driving, so you can get this information from your boy Reese. Now, we were going to go on a quick commercial break, intermission, whatever you want to say. Look at Bruce Lee and the Lakers. All right. All right, I'm back. I'm going to use this time of this show. Okay, I told everyone there's going to be spotlights and student spotlights and things like that, and employee spotlights and things like that. Okay, I told you guys that stuff will be happening. So, okay, I will actually going to give this employee spotlight to a merchant, Monse, not because he just came in here and did this, is because I will let you guys know this now. Monse asked me when I went inside there to pick up. He took time himself to come and ask me. He said, how are we as a staff? That's the question he asked me, and he got my feedback inside the store. That's how we developed our relationship. That's how it started. He asked me because I'm a driver. Okay, for all of you guys who are watching this and you want to know how can you build these relationships, when you go in there over and over time and over and over again all the time, and they see you doing your business the way it is, he's a manager and he came to ask me, how are they? Okay, so he came in here to do this and he's being receptive. This is what a manager should do to help it so that we can work together. So this employee spotlight does go to Monse Romero. Whoever missed, you can go back right now, but I'll go back in. I told people that I will be doing athlete spotlights, student spotlights, employee spotlights. So on today's episode right now, we're giving today's spotlight to a merchant, Monse Romero. He is actually a manager at a Taco Bell, and how we met, when I went to do a pickup, he pulled me to the side and he asked me, how are they as a staff? That's how we started to build our relationship between merchant and driver. And when he's on staff, when he's in there, he does things to make sure that it's okay for the drivers. Now, he did go ahead and ask a question here. It is right there in the comment box. It was about the drivers getting there and not understanding the process, on they have to get it to make it and all that stuff. So he is doing, and he did exactly what this platform is for. I said this thing is about community. A manager stepped in to go ahead to try to bridge the gap to make it better. This is what we want. I want more and more managers from places that I pick up from to chime in and do things like this. He is the very first person to pull me to aside to ask me that. He's the very first person to pull me aside uh, to actually ask me that, and because of that, you phone, because of that, that is pretty good. Who is this calling me? This is someone calling in from the line to try to win a gas card. It ain't no gas card going on right now. Ain't no gas card going on right now. Ain't no gas card going on right now. Let me go ahead and turn this down. There ain't no gas card going on right now. You can't call in for that. The lines are not open right now. I will say when the lines are open. That was funny, but that is what Monse did. So he gets the manager. He gets the manager spotlight right now. Monse, when you do watch this at our next giveaway, that will be soon. At our next giveaway, you are locked in for being the merchant spotlight. Okay, you were my first merchant spotlight, first manager that actually came in here to ask questions to help better relationships with you at your place and us drivers. This is what it is all about, people. Okay, that is that. What I am going to do right now is, if there's any questions anyone may have, this is the time now. This is just rapid fire. Type in anything, ask me. You got about 7 minutes right now to ask me anything. Type it in, and I'll throw it right back at you. You got 7 minutes. This is rapid question time. Last 7 minutes, rapid question time. Throw them in, and I'll go ahead and spit them all out. Everything else that was discussed, you can go back and watch the rest of this, the beginning, and see where it is. This has been a very, very, very great episode of this midday show. But right now, it's the last 7 minutes, and this is open up to anyone and everyone. Throw whatever you got. I got this time right now to directly throw it back at you. Whew, man. Whew. I wonder who was trying to call me right now. I said, man, no giveaways right now, but for those of you who are watching and want to know, these people won their boxes. As you see, one person already got theirs. One person's going to be there within the next hour or two, and the other person is going to be there on Friday. So these people won these things, and gas cards did go out. Okay, gas cards did go out, people. This thing is in. We will be doing another giveaway soon. Thank you guys for showing support. We are now at, let me see, subscriber count. Okay, let me see subscriber count. Okay, hold on. Someone said, latest comments, tell me why I went to pick up an order from C. No, you got to put this in the right box. Tell me why I went to pick up an order from Checkers, which normally I don't, but it paid real well and it was less than 2 miles away. The whole order, believe it or not, they told me. What did they tell you? Okay. They told me that they were closed due to the fact that they were changing shifts. Then picked up an order from Church's Chicken, which I hardly ever do, but it paid $11 to go 3 miles. I get there and their door last machine. She must be doing the talk to text. I do that too. Okay, one of their machines is not working. So once I experience things like this, I never go back to those restaurants. Never give me my half day so I can move on. Okay, so bam, I feel you on that. She had a lot to say. She had a lot to say. Okay, Teresa D. Hello, I love your attitude. Such a refreshing treat from some of the channels that I watch. Stay positive and keep up the good work, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I am here. I am trying. I don't know if you can read that Bruce Lee thing there. It says, knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Now, also, I have a mantra that I go by. I told everyone I was a personal trainer for 15 years, and I will give you guys the name of that. If you go on, just type up the new you personal training. The new you personal training. You'll see me and my wife. You'll also get a chance to see when my son had his heart surgeries on that channel. There's stuff there. That's not a channel. That's a channel. That was just like a personal page. But you can see some results and things like that there. Okay. What I'm doing here is, there's people, how it says we must do. Now, there's people out there who have these channels and they say they want to help all the drivers out and things like that. Well, I found a way and I found a niche. There's no one doing what I'm doing. I'm getting the merchants. I'm pubbing them on my actual ride along so they get a good love, building community that builds relationship back and forth. Okay, I'm doing all of that good stuff. I'm getting them to come inside and leave comments so that we can get from a manager standpoint from the actual food places themselves. These are managers in charge, so the questions that they are asking me, we're able to go back and forth, and it can help out everyone. What if the question comes from someone in your market? You never know. I'm bridging the gap. I'm bringing people in. There's no other channel out there that someone is doing this for us as gig workers. I'm giving all the information on how to make more, on how to make sure that your business is going without saying I'm not going to do this and that. I'm showing people that we are a business. This is the way to do it. This is how you build a business, and in the relationship with you and the merchant itself, you have to do these things in order for it to work right. And as long as I can do that, as you see, I'm getting participation from actual managers at actual places. My goal is to get more and more and more of those people in here so that they can come in and talk to all of us. What if there's something that that you want to say, but someone else in the group said it, and that person is going to answer. What if you never thought about something, and one of those merchants said something, and you're like, oh, well, that makes sense. I never thought about that. I'm trying to actually bridge the gap, community for all of us, help, support, and everything. This is hot facts with Robert Reese. This is nothing else. That's why I show you guys on my pickups and drop-offs. I know you guys see like my interactions with the people. It's probably something that you don't see what that drivers do. It's because I come from running my own things, and this is how I want myself to be portrayed in the community where I know I'm going to be making all my money. I want to be an asset to the community and not something that's gonna just make it just have bad rap. We hate our drivers. No, I'm trying to bridge that gap. That's what I'm doing, and I'm trying to share everything that I receive from people giving tip alerts and things like that. All those things, I'm using my own money to actually go ahead and give all these things out. Okay, all the tips that I get, I save that stuff so I can do these giveaways. Okay, that's what I'm doing. And the people that donate on GoFundMe, the people that have shot money through on Chime or on Cash App, thank you guys. All that stuff it's gonna help. It's gonna help everyone. Okay, so if you have any people that you are thinking of getting them to drive, have them use your referral link, have them do all of that stuff, get them to drive, and just invite them into this community here, because I guarantee it, at some of these places when the drivers are sitting and we're all waiting to pick up our orders at like BJ's or like a restaurant, some drivers talk to each other because they see each other all the time, stuff like that. But check this out. If all the drivers are around like, man, hey, did you guys see Hot Facts? What happened yesterday? I didn't catch that one. I don't have enough time to go back. What happened? Oh, what? That was the tip. I'm gonna use that tip. It's community. And then it goes around like that. This is all it is. So I know a lot of you you guys saw the interview with Pedro and things. This is how I feel. This is how I do my thing. I don't shy away from anything. I don't back down from anything. I stand for what I stand for. I'm never going to tell someone if you don't have enough money, make a sandwich. I will never call people miserable human beings because they didn't have enough to tip that one time. I will never do that. I will give you guys a story right now. My son was 7 years old, 6 years old when he passed. Okay. My son passed away in the hospital. We were in the hospital for 13 days. Now, my son had 6 open heart surgeries, 7 heart catheterizations. He had something called truncus arteriosus, where his heart did not have, how you have the 4 chambers? He had one and one big truncal valve. They have to make another valve, so the hole in his heart, do all type of stuff like that. And he almost passed away a few times, okay? And God kept him with this. While we were at the hospital here, me being a driver, I'm like, I can't even work, but I wanted to get some food. I want to get out the hospital. I ordered food, okay? I ordered food. I didn't have enough money for the tip because we're paying, do you know how much these doctor rooms are that you don't have no money for that? I ordered food. My person came with my food, okay? Now check this out. Check this out. Now, if I didn't have the tip and someone said, I'm not going to take that person his food, they don't know. I'm at the hospital. You bring it to the hospital. You don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to eat the hospital food. I'm not trying to be in that environment. I'm trying to sit outside, get my food and sit outside and just get that piece of joy, but still be close to the hospital. And someone is going to sit up there and say, there's no tip, screw you. You never know who you are delivering to. And just because of that, I will never leave anyone behind. And if anyone doesn't understand that, hey, I'm not in your brain. I'm not trying to make anyone. I'm just telling you, this is why I do me. I don't leave anyone behind. No sirree. And I'm going to end it like that. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Any topics you guys do want me to talk about, throw those in the comment box, and we'll have a whole show based upon what you guys want to hear. Okay? See you guys later.